points. First of all, and my first point I want to make is be nice to me. I mean, seriously, be nice to me, because I'm a mirror, and I will reflect how you treat me. If you are rude, if you are obnoxious, if you are demanding, if you call me a liar, I will probably not talk to you anymore. And there's only one sheriff's department in town, and you can go talk to all the deputies all you want, but there's one PIO. Just be nice to me. If you're nice to me, and when I say I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that, or I'm sorry, I can't talk about that, I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you. 32 years with the FBI, 6 years with the Sheriff's Department. I believe I have integrity, because if you don't have integrity, you don't have a good soul, then you have nothing. That's my soapbox on that. Now, we're getting into a whole other area with regard to and this might be a panel for next year, journalism credentials. And who should have them? Should we have them? And I would almost, I'm going to throw that back on you all in a minute too, to find out what you think, because you can sit with your Apple laptop in your fuzzy slippers, you can be an 800-pound disabled man that can't get out of bed and be a journalist because you can blog something. Does that give you the right, because you blog in your fuzzy slippers out of your bedroom, and you don't go out and you haven't gotten that degree? Should you be called a journalist, or should you be like Pauline Ricard, who graduated from journalism school and has been doing this a long time, or JW or Dennis? I mean, are you on the same par? In my estimation, and I'd like to hear from Darren and Michael on that, no. Because Pauline and JW and Matt and the others that have been doing this a long time know the questions to ask, as will you. But if you're sitting at home with your laptop and you're blogging and you just want to get under my skin, or your city beat, I love that left to left, oh my God, then yeah. So I drop that out on you all. What do you think about that?
Just for the record, Matt's wearing loafers, he's not wearing fuzzy slippers.
Blue suede shoes.
I have a pair at home, guys.
He's wearing blue suede shoes. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Darren, jump in. Because I imagine, back in the day, not that long ago, when several of us were young reporters, the only people who were covering stuff were people who worked for the traditional media, and those others were gadflies who showed up at council meetings and made a lot of noise. Today, they can be part of the discussion online very easily. How did that affect your job?
Well, there's a growing number of bloggers, and
Yeah.
You're right. People have computers, laptops, can be sending stuff out all the time. For us, we look at the entity. What type of audience does a media outlet have? How large? What type of reach do they have? And if there's just a single guy out there that, and most of the bloggers are a little out there, and really, aren't informed and have agendas, in my mind. So we don't spend a lot of time dealing with them. And for us, it's dealing with the people who reach the masses, and that's print, that's TV, it's radio, some online publications, and that's who we focus on. On public records requests, anyone can submit one. We'll respond to it, but that's really our only legal obligation, is to respond to public records requests. We don't even have to talk to the media if we don't want to. It makes sense to do that, and I think we were very responsive and very transparent. But it's very hard to take bloggers seriously, and as long as they're not causing problems for us, we pretty much ignore.
You figured they represented themselves, and that was
Right.
that. Michael, you have a comment on that?
Two things. One, if you did a Google search on my name right now, you would find the first 100 entries, possibly a quarter to a half of them are blogs. And they're blogging facts that aren't accurate at all. And they're largely put up, from the best I can tell, by 2 or 3 people who essentially came up with a strategy of how best to attack is by using the blogs as ways of spreading information even though it's not accurate. So be aware of that. That's a tactic that's increasing in frequency and usage.
So are you saying that they blog to the extent that they pop to the head of the search engine?
Exactly. Now, one question for all of you who have come here tonight. Has anybody not, and I won't ask you to raise your hand because I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you've not seen a video that took place, I guess it was a TV show about 9 years ago, and you can find it on the web. Jon Stewart went on Crossfire. And if you've not seen this video, it is the most amazing, I think,